Alright, 7th graders, so to subtract integers, we're going to add its opposite. And one thing that I will say is you can remember this if you can remember to make two changes. So let me show you what I mean by that. To subtract an integer, for example 9 minus 3, if you make two changes, you're changing subtraction to addition, so that gets our add in there, and we're changing 3 to its opposite, which would be negative 3. So 9 plus negative 3, well, when we're adding and we have two different signs, we subtract and we end up with 6. You can see that we ended up with the problem here, 9 plus negative 3. And we started out with 9 minus 3, which you could, you know that 9 minus 3 is 6 if you just look at the problem. It's not really an integer problem. That is all that difficult. But if we think of all of our subtraction problems as addition problems, then we automatically know how to solve them. I also want to show you using hills and holes what this might look like. So if we have 9, and we take away 3, we now have 6 hills left over. So when we had 9 take away 3, I just canceled 3 out. I just crossed them out, and we have 6. So hills and holes will still work on these problems as well. 12 minus 6, we know that it's 6. But let's see about making our two changes. So I would say instead of subtract, we're going to add. The opposite of 6 is negative 6. And then I know that the rules for that are signs are different. We subtract. 12 minus 6 is 6. 12 is bigger. Answer is positive. Once again, if I have 12 and I take 6 away, I have 6 left over. So on number 3, you can use any strategy you'd like. The fastest thing to do is always going to be to know the rules of adding and subtracting integers. So if we know that we're adding the opposite of 13, 13 minus 8 is 5. The 13's bigger, so it has to be negative 5. That's always going to be your fastest way. Now that one might look different on hills and holes. We have 8. We take away 13, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I now don't have any more to take away. In order to take away some more, I add zeros. Because if I add 0 pairs, I haven't changed my numbers at all. And so here I took away 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What I have left is negative 5. So down here you can see that I have negative 5 left over, which is my answer. Alright, let's take a look at the bottom half of this page. Negative 10 minus 7. So I might try hills and holes first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I have to take away 7 positives. But I don't have 7 positives to take away, so I'm going to have to add 7 zeros. And if I take away those 7 positives, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 negatives. Now, let's see if that holds true when I use my rules. So I have negative 10, and I know that I'm adding. I'm always changing it to adding. The opposite of 7 is negative 7. Negative 10 plus negative 7 is negative 17. Alright, take a look at number 5. If I have hills and holes and I have 1, and I want to take away 2 negatives, I don't have any negatives to take away. But now, if I add 2 zeros, I can take away those 2 negatives, and I'm left with 3 positives. So let's see if that works using our rules. I have 1. I'm always changing subtraction to addition. And now I have negative 2. The opposite of negative 2 is positive 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. Alright. So I'm just going to move on with just the rules from here on out. You may still choose to do hills and holes. But here we go. We keep negative 10. We're changing to addition. The opposite of negative 7 is 7. So negative 10 plus negative 7. If I subtract, I get 3. The 10 is bigger and it's negative, so my answer is negative. 2 minus 15 has to be changed to 2 plus. I keep my 2. I change to addition. And then 15 changes to negative 15. So 2 plus negative 15. 15 minus 2 is 13. And that's 13 negatives. And then we have negative 13. Change to addition. 8 changes to negative 8. Negative 13 plus negative 8 gives us negative 21. So, essentially, all I'm asking you to do is to remember the addition rules and then change all of your subtraction problems to addition. I'm not asking you to remember any new rules for subtraction. Alright, take a look at the back here. We have 12 minus negative 6. So I have 12 changed to addition. The opposite of negative 6 is positive 6. So I get 18. And 21 changed to addition. The opposite of negative 8 is positive 8. So I get 29. Then we have some word problems. Number 11. In Mongolia, the temperature can dip down to negative 45 degrees in January. The temperature in July may reach 40 degrees Celsius. What is the temperature range in Mongolia? Well, I'm going from negative 45 all the way up to 40. And there's a 0 in there, so to get from negative 45 to 0, that's 45 degrees, and 0 to 40 would be another 40 degrees, so 45 plus 40 is 85 degrees. Number 12. The legend on the sea surface temperature map shows the minimum temperature at -2 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature at 31 degrees Celsius. What is the range of temperatures on the map? So I'm going from -2 up through 0 up to 31. And that would be 2 and this would be 31. So with those combined, we get 33 degrees for our answer. Yeah, I would like you to try 13 and 14. See if you can figure those two out. And then on the bottom section, I've given you that m equals -2, n equals 10, and p equals 5. So on the first set here, you can solve the problems that are there. On the second set, this whole thing, you have to use those three numbers filled in to find your answers. Go ahead and try those problems for homework, and have a great night.